Hi guys, in today's video, I will be teaching you some methods on how to upgrade your inventory only by getting free pets. The first method is actually well known by the Adopt Me community. If you've played Adopt Me for more than a year, you should know that people love trading their water bottles for free pets. And let me tell you that this method actually works. Anyway, instead of yapping the whole video, I'm gonna get right into it. So let's start with method 1. Before you start doing the water bottle method, you have to change your name. If you don't know what to type, you should type trading water bottles for any pets. Then people will know that you're trading water bottles for any pet in the game. Next thing you're gonna do is put up a trading stand. You don't have to if you don't have one or you do have one. I'm just doing it so just in case people will trade me. The next thing you should do is go around trading everyone. Okay, so first trade, I put in 3 water bottles, but they ended up declining because they didn't like water bottles, I guess. I think this person thought that I was offering for their ride potion, but I wasn't, and then they declined. Next offer I got, I put in 3 water bottles and they put in a milk choco bunny, but then they told me to add, so I was gonna add more water bottles, but then they told me to remove all of my water bottles. So I was like, what do you want to do? And then they removed the milk chocolate bunny and then they accepted, which I was not doing that, so I declined. In the next trade, I also added 5 water bottles, and this person added a honeycomb, but I already have a lot of honeycombs. So I did go into look in their inventory and asked them to add their tegu, but unfortunately they declined. Okay, so in the next trade, I already put in all of my water bottles, and this person was kind of rich, but all I wanted them to do is add their ants. But then they asked if I can add my neon ride direwolf, and I was just not doing this, so I stopped recording. Okay, so after I added all of my 5 water bottles, I looked in this girl's inventory and she was kind of rich. She had a neon fly ride unicorn. So I wanted their snow cat, but I knew they wouldn't do that. So I just suggested for an ant, but they declined the ant. So I asked them to add their Jiggly Jaroba, and while I was looking at their profile, they declined. Next trade we actually got traded to. She added a Gloomy Dolphin and a garden egg. I thought that she was offering for these water bottles, but I guess not. For some reason, this person thought I was offering for their mega ride thingy, but I wasn't. I offered for that ant, but then they declined, unfortunately. Hey, so in the next offer, I already added all of my water bottles, and I asked if I could go in their backpack, and they were like kind of rich, and I asked them to add an ant, and I actually forgot what they ended up doing. But I did ask them to add their ant, and they asked me to add my cracked egg, which I did, but then I removed because I remembered what challenge I was doing. And then she added this donut stroller, and I did not want that. And then she declined, unfortunately. Okay, so that method was good, but next method we're gonna do is instead of water bottles, we're gonna use apples and see if we get any good or better pets. Okay, next method we're gonna do is we're gonna use apples to try and get pets instead of using water bottles. So I'm just gonna put it in my trading stand and wait for some offers. Okay, so the first trade, I added my 5 apples and then I looked in her inventory and I saw this girl that she had a lot. So I asked if she could add it to the trade. and I can't believe that she actually did add it because that is an out of game pet. So I did add an extra water bottle just in case she was thinking of doing it, and she actually accepted. And I was like so shocked because this is such a good trade for me. And also, this girl that I got is so adorable, and I'm just so happy that she did this trade. I added all of my apples, and I asked them to add their neon mouse. Okay, so I accepted to test my luck, but she put the no emoji and then she declined, unfortunately. Okay, so next, this guy wanted to offer for one of my apples. I was just looking at their profile, and then they added some petware. I wasn't looking for petware and food items specifically. But this girl was so kind and she added so much food. And I was just so grateful because there's still nice people in Adopt Me instead of the people who just scam. And this is what I mean by if you take your time when you're doing any of these methods, you can find the right people and they'll give you a lot of free stuff. So this is why you should always try people's methods because they always work. Yeah, I'm just so glad with this trade because she gave me a lot of food items. Some are even out of game. I actually traded the same person again and they gave me even more free food and I gave them a few more apples this time. Okay, next I'm trying to offer for the orangutan with all of that food that I just got. I'm just gonna add it in real quick. I couldn't add any more items, so this was my offer for the neon orangutan, but they declined. Next thing I'm gonna be offering for is the white choco bunny, so I'm just gonna add all the same things that I did last time. Fortunately, they asked me to remove literally everything. So yeah, they ended up declining in the end, which I was very sad because I did want this white chocolate bunny because I literally am obsessed with it. Guys, tell me down below in the comments if this video was boring or not. I don't really know, but that was the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!